Right, so continuing from our last video, we actually created the flowchart in terms of analysis, design, implementation and testing, which you are required to do for your GCSE 91 spec, whether it's OCR, Edexcel or indeed AQA. It's not just diving straight into your code. You are expected to design it, either using pseudocode or with a flowchart. If you haven't watched the previous video, I'd suggest you pause now and watch that, because it will show you us designing our solution, and then we're going to now implement our solution in Python. After that, the final stage will be testing it. So right now we're going to implement our solution in Python. This is REPL IT. You can always do your coding online if you don't have, for instance, PyCharm or the like installed at your school. This is always handy to use. Right, 1 second. I'm going to start again. Right. To do a new Python. New Python 3. So we said first of all we're going to we are going to develop this to make it more right, I don't understand something here. Right, this is going to be called basic Python. Basic Python password. Right, okay. So we are going to have a file that contains passwords. So let's call it password. By the way, is a keyword in Python, so we can't just call it this password. We're going to call it password file. And using Hungarian notation, we should give information on what it is. So it's a list. Password file list equals. Let's have password in here. We're going to have password 1. And password 2. So more or less the 2 passwords contained in this list. Let's just print the list. Try that. Right, so we've got password 1 and password 2. Should really be commenting this. Okay. So we've got a list there. What we're going to do next is we're going to take input from the user. Right, so just look at the design that we actually had. The design was this. Was it enter password? Right. The password. Right, so the user. So the user enters a password. If password equals a stored password, then we're going to open a file. Okay. So that's what it is. Right, so let's just go back to here. So we're going to do here count, right, int counter, let's call it counter, equals 0. Then we're going to say here user password, the user password attempt. The user password try equals input. Please enter your password. Okay. Right, let's just print that. User password try. Let's run that. Please enter your password. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so we've got that working so far. I'm going to comment these out now because we know those work, and I'm going to comment that out as well. Okay. Now let's go further down. If password user password try, oops, that's what try. User password user password try in password file list. Password validated. Else password unvalidated. Password not validated. What we're going to do once we've got this working, we're going to A, add a count, so here we'll have 3 tries, and B, will open a file, so we'll open a location if they've got the right password. C, what we're going to do in future ones is we're going to allow them to update their password, and D, will email the password to them as well to validate that as well. But we'll start on the basics so that you've got the basics. Okay, let's run that. Please enter your password, blah blah blah. Password not validated. Okay, now let's run this again. Please enter your password. Now we know password 1 is in there, so let me say password 1. Let's see what happens. Password, right. Okay, so it's still saying not how to print password. Right, password. Let's just check this password. It's not validated. Password 01, that's why. Password 1. So let's try this again. Please enter your password. Password 01, and it should say password validated. Password validated. Okay, so there you have it. A very simple password validator. What we're doing is we are building up from the basics before we go on to be patient. In order to go on to more complex things, you need to understand the basics, and we'll do that in the next lessons. Subscribe. If you need resources for your school as well, a free resource, Computational Thinking, in Python with worked examples, is available. You're more than welcome to email me, and I will send that to you once it's complete. Thank you very much for watching.